Hello YouTube, Chris here, the Country Garage Gardener. Welcome back to another video. Right, I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I'm running behind time. But I thought I'd do this gate post video because I haven't done one on a gate for a little while. So I thought, why not do a little bit of free entertainment for you on a couple of field gate replacements. So here's the field gate, there's the posts, they're broken. I'm going to put new ones in. Let's get some material. Right, okay, so I've got my materials. All I need now is some tools. Let's get those going. Right, my lovely lot. So first things first, I'm going to take the bright work off these, and because I'm going to be reusing all the old fixings. So let's go to town on those, shall we? See how easy they're going to come off or not. Huh. Somebody fudged up when they put it in. Look, they got a nut on the back. That's unusual. Right, working in a field, I'm going to put these old fixings somewhere different because I don't want cattle getting them in their feet at some point. We don't want an unhappy farmer now, do we? Right, let's have a look at the other end. These have been put in so the gate can't be stolen. One up and one down. So what I'm going to have to do is take a 32mm spanner. I know it's 32mm because I've done loads of these, and take off that bottom bracing. And that's by magic of 32. There you go. Right, so although it hasn't snapped, it's rotting away, and there's no surprise. I could hear the water. Don't know if the camera's picking it up down there, but that is wet, wetter than an otter's pocket down there. Here we go. But I tell you what, that post coming out like that has probably just saved me about an hour, because when you've got a post which is out the hole and you've just got your concrete, the shaft down there, you can break it and fold it all in on itself. When you've still got that void of material down in there, you have to dig a hole next to it and then fill the void in from the old concrete in your new hole, like I'm going to have to do with this one, because this post is snapped. But hey, right, next bit of abusing I've got to do is get those pegs out. Right, that took a couple of minutes of working, but I got there, wasn't too much hardship. Splitting the post like that really does help when the posts are this far gone, but it did actually go a little bit easier than I was anticipating for it being split. I'd say these were oak, these posts, and good couple of decades old at least, but they're doing well. Anyway, right, let's tackle the easy one first, shall we? That's going to be the hanging post. Easy one. We shall see. So what I'm going to do is just break around it. I'm only going to take 2 sides of concrete out. There's no point taking all of the concrete out the ground because the footings are good. Just that if I can put in 2 new walls of concrete around it, then that will hold that new post in place, because then the new posts will go exactly in the same place as the old posts. Here we go. Right, okay, so I've just used the old post as a template for where the hanging thing went. Honestly, I know what I'm doing. So where the male part, the hook on the gate, I've measured it up so it's going to be in the same place. Because we're on a slope here, I'm going to put them exactly back in the same place, because I imagine at one time the gate did go on a rise, and by putting the pins in a different place you can manipulate the gate. So I've got my extra large auger bit here, and I'm literally going to go through as straight as I can on the way down. Now that was 11 inches down the other side. I'll tell you what, that's bang on 11 inches. I couldn't have done that any better if I wanted. Right, so this one, which we've just done, was the long bolt that goes all the way through. The one which is further down is the pin which gets hammered in. So what I'm going to do is just measure down off of the old hole, and that is 27 inches off the bottom of the hole. 27 inches, about 2 inches in, 1.5 inches in, 1.5 inches. So we know that that's the top and that's the side of the hole. Offer up our drill bit again. Yeah, but what I'm going to do, because that one I want to be really quite tight and it gets hammered in, I'm going to do a smaller pilot hole with it, so a smaller drill bit. smaller auger. All right, okay. I didn't realise battery just went in the first battery just went, so I didn't realise it didn't catch me just putting that. It's not concreted in. I've wedged one of my spades down there and a bit of concrete in there, and just so I can visually see where it's going. I won't lie, this slope was concerning me a little bit, where it rises up, so I just wanted to see where it went, but we're not too bad. We've got this gap along the bottom, but that's, well, I've not even leveled that post up yet over there. It's only roughly put in there. It's thereabouts, but it's not completely in. So we're not too bad for seeing. I get to see where that post is. Of course, there's the gap. The ground's massively uneven. You can actually see where the tractor's been in and out. If they're going to have sheep out here again, that barbed wire would have had to have been addressed, because I imagine that would have been all over it at some point. But what I'm going to do is move all this crud out of the way, open it up, and just so I can have a little look at the clearance, because you want to have enough so a cattle truck can get in here. Okay, so I've moved it all round, opened the gate. I've just put Casper on it quickly just to have a little look at the levels. And Casper, it's what I call a spirit level. So it's the ideal point to what I was talking about earlier on, is that you can use the pin location to manipulate the gate direction. So I know this post isn't plumb, but we're good enough for having a look. So you can see the gap gets bigger as you get further down, because that pin is the same. I mean, this was the old one. I haven't changed that at all on there. This pin isn't all the way in yet, but I didn't want to hammer it all the way home just in case I had to do anything else. This little bit of a gap here will close up when I get this plumb. But it opened a lot better and gave me a lot better clearance than it did. Obviously all these tufts of meadow grass aren't great, but it's pretty good. And of course that's where the old post hole is I'm about to start with, and we're bob on that there. You can see where the old post had well and truly rotted away, and where I dug out all this crap, it was right on the bottom of that post. So we're looking good. So round two, this one's going to be a bit more tricky because the post has snapped off in there, so I'm not expecting a fun time with this one. that's all wrapped up. It's just after 1:30. I probably started about 10 o'clock, I would have thought, time I got here with all materials, etc. Client's popped over, extremely happy. We've chatted about this line of all this hawthorn all through here. He's asking if I could cut it back. I said, yeah, sure I can, but you'd be better off getting a flail in, cost effective wise. It's not small stuff. I mean, some of it we're looking at even 4-inch trunk, falling little trees. But there we are. Anyway, swing the camera around. Can you have a look at the final job? There she be. You can really see that. There's a slight dip down there. I have been asked to take the wire off, which I'll do next week, so I'm back here. But that's it all finished. Wasn't too bad. This post wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. Again, extremely wet, the clay soil. I had two catastrophes of the day, all in one swing. My tripod for filming has taken a blow from the post where it fell off the wheelbarrow as I was taking it up, but it also hit one of my spirit levels as well, so that's a bit like a well, it'd be perfect for Wix's timber, let's put it that way, because it's got a very big bow in it now. But anyway, hey ho, it's all tax deductible. That's the final job. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll catch up with another one soon. Cheers.